Now we'll practice downward facing dog with a chair at the wall. So place the back of your chair against the wall. Place your hands down on the front edge of the seat of the chair and then walk your feet back into a down dog position. And we want to avoid a curled spine and a tucked pelvis. So instead, bend your knees, lift your buttocks way up high, pull the buttocks back. Be long in your armpits, active in your arms, and release the head down. Now make your legs taller. Lift the thigh bones up into the hip sockets. Lift the buttocks and lengthen the backs of your legs. Keep your knees bent because that will help you keep the buttocks lifting. Pull the inner thighs back. Pull the outer hips back. Lift the hamstrings up to the buttock bones. Stretch open the backs of the legs, keeping the buttocks lifted. Pull the pelvis away from the press of the hands. And then lean forward into your hands and step one foot forward and then step the other foot forward. Bring your hands onto your hips and step your feet wide for a variation of side angle. And then turn your whole right leg out and turn your left foot in slightly. Bend your right knee into a warrior two position and rest your right forearm onto your right thigh. Left hand is on the left hip to help you settle here, and start to sweep your left arm up and overhead and look at that left hand. And then on an exhale, sweep the left arm back and behind your back as you look down with your chin. And then inhale, sweep the arm around and up, looking at the hand. Exhale, turn your head to look down at your right big toe as the left arm goes behind your back. And then inhale, sweep the arm up and around. Inhaling, look at the top hand. And exhale, sweep the arm down and around as you look down. Inhale, look up at the top hand. The arm sweeps up. Exhale, the arm sweeps back and around as you look down. Inhale, look at the top palm. Exhale, look down at the right big toe. Letting the arm move in this big circle here. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, arm sweeps behind your back, internally rotates. Inhale, arm externally rotates. And then get ready to switch sides. Go ahead and turn the right leg in. And then turn the left leg all the way out. Turn the right toes in a little more. Bend your left knee. Rest your left forearm onto your left thigh. Right hand starts on the right hip. And then inhale, sweep your arm all the way up and overhead. Gaze at the top palm. And exhale, sweep the arm behind your back, looking down. Inhale, look up at the top hand. Exhale, look down as you sweep the arm back and around. Inhale, externally rotate the arm, looking up. Exhale, internally rotate the arm, take it behind the back as you look down. Inhale, look up at the top palm, sweeping the arm up and around. Exhale, sweep the arm back and around as you look down. And keep going here, staying long in your spine, staying open in those right side ribs. Continue here, enjoying the full sweep of the arm. Inhale, gazing at the top hand. Exhale, look down as you take the right arm behind your back. Inhale, opening here. And then exhale, come out of the pose. Find parallel legs, hands on hips, and step your feet together. Now we'll practice another version of side angle. Start in Tadasana, hands on hips, step your feet wide. Shoulders back, long trunk. Turn your whole right leg out and your left toes in, and bend your right knee, and bring your right forearm onto your right thigh. Left hand on left hip, left shoulder, left ribs opening. Now really turn your left ribs open to the ceiling so that your trunk is facing forward as you see here. And keep your whole trunk turning to the left as you look down with your head. So the head turns to the right. And then staying like this, in this deep rotation, start to extend and flex the cervical spine by lifting and lowering the chin. So you keep the left shoulder open. You keep the chin aligned, looking down towards the big toe. And then you lift the chin up along that plane and lower. Lifting and lowering the chin. So we're extending and flexing the cervical spine as we're in this rotation. And then come on up and switch sides. Bending the left knee here, rest the left forearm on the left thigh. Roll the right shoulder open, roll the right belly up towards the ceiling. And keeping the right side body open, turn the head down towards the floor and stay in that rotation as you start to lift and lower the chin. In flexion and extension as you maintain this deep rotation. The thoracic spine is turning open towards the ceiling, and the cervical spine is rotating down so the head faces the left foot. And then lift and lower the chin here. Stay strong in the legs, long in the spine. And then finish and come up. Make your feet parallel and then step your legs together. Now we'll practice Gomukhasana arms with a special neck stretch. So stand in Tadasana with your feet a little apart. Have the strap in your right hand and lift your right arm up. And then reach the right forearm down behind your head. Lift the left arm up and then lift the left shoulder to internally rotate the left arm and reach the left fingertips up towards the right shoulder blade. And then grab onto the strap with the left hand. Be even here in your trunk and then look with your head towards the left shoulder and start to lower the chin down towards the left collarbone. Think of sliding the right inner shoulder blade down your back. Be long in the sides of your rib cage. Roll the left shoulder back and down. And continue to play with some head movements here, letting the head turn left and chin down, maybe letting the left ear move towards the left shoulder a little bit. Keep the sides of the body long. Keep the inner right shoulder blade sliding down your back. Pull on the strap with both hands and breathe here in an even Tadasana-like body. And then come back to center with your head and release the bind of the arms, coming back to a neutral position. And then put the strap in the left hand, lift the left arm up, bend the left elbow to bring the forearm behind the head, lift the right arm up, lift the right shoulder to internally rotate the right arm, and then swing the right forearm up so that your right fingertips reach towards the left shoulder blade and grab the strap. Lift the right frontal shoulder and roll it back, and then turn your head to the right and let your chin go down towards the right collarbone. Keep lifting the left elbow up, Slide the inner left shoulder blade down your back. Stay long in both sides of your body. So the side ribs are lifting on both sides. And then play with your head movements here, turning the head to the right and down, right ear towards right shoulder, left inner shoulder blade sliding down your back. Breathing here as you stretch the deep muscles of the neck. Keep grabbing the strap behind your heart, grabbing with both hands. Breathing as you play with these head movements gently. And then come back to center with your head and release the bind. Now we'll practice Garudasana arms in Tadasana. So stand in mountain pose and then inhale and lift the arms out to the sides and exhale and sweep the right arm underneath the left arm as you see here. And then inhale and lift the elbows up, reach the forearms up, and exhale, lower the elbows and forearms down to chest height. And then inhale, lift the elbows again, lift the chest and the collarbones. Exhale and pull the forearms forward away from you as you lower the elbows down. Inhale, lift the elbows up, pull the forearms forward and up. And exhale, lower the elbows down, pulling the forearms forward again. And continue like this, thinking of the shoulder blades moving away from the spine, around and out to the sides. Continue here. Be long in the trunk and strong in the legs, standing right over the arches. Inhale, lifting the elbows and the forearms up. And then exhale and release the arms out to the sides. Take an inhale here. And exhale and swing the left arm underneath the right arm. Let the abdomen settle back as you lift the elbows and forearms and chest and chin. And then exhale, lower the elbows and forearms down, also pulling the forearms away from the chest. Inhale, lifting the forearms up. Exhale, lower the arms. Let those shoulder blades get pulled away from the spine here. Stay long in the anterior spine and keep going. Breathing here as you move. Inhale, lifting the elbows and forearms up. Exhale, lowering them down. And again, lifting. And now exhale, release the arms. And recover here, standing tall, collarbones wide. We'll practice a version of Tadasana with a strap. So take the strap in your hands behind your back with palms facing forward. Bend your knees, parallel legs and feet, and roll your shoulders back and down. And then straighten the legs and straighten the arms as you slide the shoulder blades down your back and lengthen the spine from bottom to top. Get long in your trunk here, long in your side ribs. And feel the whole rib cage lifting up as you slide the shoulder blades down your back. So you can feel how those shoulder blades are in a separate layer from your rib cage. And let the heads of the humerus bones go back and down. Pull the arms down and roll your palms open, keeping tension in the strap. And then exhale and release. Now we'll practice Uttanasana. And we'll use a strap here, so hold on to the strap behind your back with palms facing forward. And begin by bringing the heads of the humerus bones, or the very tops of your shoulders, back. Stand tall on two legs, and then bend your knees as you start to hinge at the hips to fold forward, taking the arms up and overhead. Stretch the arms towards the wrists. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other slightly and take the strap up and overhead. Let your head relax and release down. And with soft knees, think of the front of the rib cage releasing down towards the toenails, so the abdomen stays long. Breathe here as you release the rib cage down, as you release the spine and the head down. Stay active in the arms, reaching the extension of the arms towards the hands. Lift the backs of the legs. Exhale right on through the top of the head. Open and released in the back of the throat. And then lead with the arms reaching back to help you come on up. Spread wide through the collarbones. And release. Now we'll practice an arm stretch in Tadasana. So stand with your feet and legs organized underneath you, and then start to extend your arms out to the sides, the right arm to the right and the left arm to the left. Be very extended in your limbs. Long straight elbows, long straight knees. Lift the low belly. Lift the whole rib cage up off your abdomen. Lift the front side and back ribs, and then really stretch through the arms and start to flex at the wrists so the fingertips point straight up. Reach the shoulders back, reach the shoulder blades down as you get taller through your side ribs. So the heads of the humerus bones reach back, shoulder blades slide down, and you get taller through the inner trunk, stretching open through the arms. And you can play with a little arm movement here, letting the arms reach up a little bit, reach back a little bit, flexing and unflexing at the wrists, stretching through the fingers, long in the waist, stretching through the arms, playing with a little arm movement here. And then lower the arms down. Now we'll practice Uttanasana with bent knees. So take your feet hip distance apart, soft knees, hands on hips. Lengthen the spine, shoulders back, and look up. And then exhale, crease at the hips, bend your knees deeper and fold forward, resting the rib cage onto the thighs. And let your arms relax and release. And let your head go. Let your head be heavy, and you can even shake your head out a little bit. Be grounded in your feet, and then think of making your legs taller. So you can keep soft knees here, but energetically lift the backs of the thighs up. Energetically, more and more, spread open and long the backs of the knees. And now play with taking your weight from side to side. So shift over so that you're more standing over the right foot. And then shift over so that you're standing more on the left foot. And breathe deeply here as you deepen the forward bend. And then inhale and roll yourself up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time, curling up. And then finally lift the chest, shoulders wide, and then lift the head. Have 2 folded blankets now for a wonderful open twist Marichyasana variation. So stack your blankets and sit on the edge of your blankets as you see here. And set yourself up so that you're really sitting on the front edge of the sitting bones. Extend your left leg forward and bring your right foot to the outside of your right sitting bone so that your right leg is basically in a squat. And then bring the right elbow to the inner right knee and take a twist to the left. And now reach your right elbow down, reach your right shin bone down, reach the left thigh bone down, and go up with the inner trunk. Ascend the spine from bottom to top and twist to the left as you press your right elbow into the right inner knee. So press that right arm into the knee to help you turn the rib cage to the left. And now you'll reach forward with the right arm and grab onto the outer left foot using the left hand near the outer left shin to help support you, and take a forward bend here. Let the rib cage flow forward towards the left foot. And then release yourself out of this forward bend and get ready to switch sides. So extend your right leg forward and bend your left knee deeply so that your left heel is just outside the left sitting bone, a little wider than the sitting bone. And then take the left elbow into the left inner knee and a twist to the right. So your right hand comes onto the blankets behind you. Go down with the left elbow as you go up with the left ribs. Go down with the right thigh bone as you lift the low belly. Go down with the left shin bone as you lift the spine from bottom to top, and then press your elbow into the left inner knee and turn to the right. Turn the belly and the rib cage. Breathing here as you deepen the twist. And then come out of the twist and elongate the left arm forward to grab the outer right foot. Use the right hand on the floor outside your right shin to support you, and take a forward bend here. Let the left ribs and the right ribs flow forward. And then come on up out of the pose. Now we'll practice threading the needle, starting on hands and knees. Take your right arm through the hole between your left arm and left thigh, and even thread your head through that hole as well. So you'll aim to take the back of your right shoulder onto the floor. And this is a pose that you can play with and really make it your own. So it's really just about threading the arm and the shoulder and the head through. And then using the left arm for support, see if you can let a little bit of weight drop into the back of the right shoulder. And enjoy the pressure that's created here. It's like a self-massage. So you can play with the angle of the arm, with the angle of the head. You can play with the distribution of weight between the supportive hand and the knees. And then inhale back up to center. And thread the left arm, shoulder, and head through. And take a few moments to settle in here, perhaps going even deeper. And allow the weight of your body to relax and drop into the back of the left shoulder, into the ground. Again, gravity is helping you here. Gravity is your friend, helping to facilitate this self-massage. Deep breathing here. Smooth and steady. And then inhale yourself back up to hands and knees. Now we'll do puppy pose. So grab a blanket so that your knees and shins have some padding under them. Start on hands and knees. And then start to walk your hands forward like down dog position. Pull your hips way up. The hips will be right over the knees here. So continue to walk those hands forward so that you're very long and extended, and let your forehead rest down on the sticky mat. So it's very similar to dog pose. And now lift up onto your fingertips. Lift your chest a little bit, stretch your chest forward, stretch your bottom front ribs forward. Find lots of length through the anterior spine, and then keep the arms lifting as you let your forehead rest down again, long through the armpits and the waist. Squeeze your upper arm bones towards each other a little bit. Breathe deeply here, enjoying this nice opening through the shoulders and the armpits. Long abdomen. And then come back up to hands and knees. Now we'll practice Shalabhasana. So start belly down, lengthen your legs back one at a time, bring your forehead down to the sticky mat, and then start to lift your outer upper arms. So lift those shoulders up towards the ceiling, and then lift the legs and lift the forearms and the wrists and lift your chest. And now get longer in the pose. Internally rotate your legs, lift the inner thighs, spread open the backs of your knees and keep your feet open. Anchor your tailbone, lift the shoulders more to lift the collarbones, pull the arms back, pull the legs back to pull the chest forward. Breathing here. And then exhale and lower yourself down. And now come onto your belly for some cobra undulations. So make your way onto your belly and lengthen your right and left legs back one at a time so that you become very long on the floor here. And then have your hands alongside your rib cage, flat on the sticky mat, and lift the shoulders and outer arms up towards the ceiling. Let the elbows pull back and a little wide. Anchor your tailbone down, spread the toes open, internally rotating in the thighs. And think of the rib cage pulling forwards and up, and start to lift the collarbones and lift the chin. Breathing here in the cobra. And then exhale and lower yourself down and let your head release down. And now inhale, roll yourself up into a higher cobra and let your head come up last. And then exhale, roll your spine back down, letting your head come down last. Inhale, using the arms, rolling your spine up, anchoring the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the chin as you finish the inhalation, and then exhale as you undulate back down at the end of the exhale, chin to chest. And continue this way, creating length in your body as you undulate. Shoulders back, elbows pull back. And now we'll practice a higher cobra. So walk your hands forward a little bit on your sticky mat. Anchor your tail and start to lift the front ribs up pulling the rib cage forwards as you lift the front of the spine up towards the ceiling. Let your shoulders go back. Press into your spread out hands. Come up a little higher and lift your chin. And then exhale and come all the way down. Now lay down for a variation of a supine twist with some arm movements. So bring your right knee towards your chest and extend your left leg long. And then take the right knee all the way over to the left side, coming into a simple twist at first. And start to reach your right arm out to the right. Really extend through your right arm, open the hand and fingers. And then take your arm all the way anatomically up, more towards the head. And then take the arm down to shoulder height and continue to take the arm towards the left foot as you look with your head to the left. Stretch the arm, take your palm to face down, bringing the wrist near the pelvis, and then swing the arm back out to the side, stretching the arm, and look up with your head as the arm comes all the way up to the head side. And then turn your head to the left as you internally rotate your arm so the palm faces down, and as your thumb comes closer to the pelvis, arm down by your side. And then swing the arm up to shoulder height and all the way up towards the head as you look up with your head. And turn your head to the left as the arm comes down to shoulder height, rolling the palm to face down. And continue like this, just this simple sweeping of the arm out to the side and up and out to the side and down. And as the arm comes down, the head looks left, looking away from the arm. And as the arm swings up, the head comes back to center. Continuing like this on your own. And then you'll release this first side and we'll come into the other side. So come back to neutral with your legs and then bring your left knee towards the chest, extend the right leg long, and take the left knee all the way over to the right side, starting in this simple supine twist. Reach your left arm away from you and then take your left arm all the way up by the head. And then start to sweep your arm all the way out to the side, extending through the fingertips. Turn your palm to face down and look to the right as you bring your wrist towards the pelvis. And then sweep the arm all the way out to the side and up towards the head as you look up towards the ceiling with the head. And then reach your arm long and out to the side as you sweep the arm all the way out and down, looking to the right. Palm facing down. And then lengthen your arm as you sweep it around out to the side and all the way up, looking up. And then rotate your arm so palm faces down as you sweep the long arm down closer to your pelvis, looking to the right. And continue like this. And then release and come to center, knees bent and feet flat. And then extend your arms overhead and extend your legs. Internally rotate the legs and take a big full body stretch here just for a breath. And then roll to your side and come on up. Now we'll practice happy baby pose. So start laying down on your back, knees bent and feet flat, pelvis and spine neutral. Long spine, breathing here. And then bring your knees into your chest and have your knees wide. And then kick your heels up towards the ceiling and grab onto the outer edges of your feet with your hands. Kick your heels away from the sitting bones to keep the backs of the knees open and let those thighs hug your outer rib cage. And breathe and relax here, and you can do some playful movements like pulling your right knee down towards the armpit and then pulling the left knee down towards the armpit. Let the lower back release and relax. Press the inner feet up towards the ceiling. Stay long in your spine here. Let the abdomen recede and lengthen, so no hardening or pushing in the belly at all. Bring your knees back towards your chest, grabbing onto the knees. Bring your legs back down, feet coming to the mat. And then start to elongate and stretch the legs and reach your arms overhead. Just creating some length here. Rolling the thighs in, stretching the inner feet forward. Lengthening the belly. Deep breath. And then release. Now we'll do a version of supported fish with a bolster and 2 blankets. So please set up as you see here. The bolster is horizontal. And then you have 2 folded blankets, and that will be for your head support. So lay back over the bolster so the bolster is supporting your rib cage. It's not under the lumbar spine. Rather, it's under the thoracic spine. And then pull the flesh of the buttocks away from the lower back. And the shoulders will relax into the gap between the bolster and the folded blankets, and the head will rest on the folded blankets. And start to extend and relax the legs. Let the arms relax right out to the sides. Let the abdomen settle. Let the shoulders relax here. See if the shoulders can really let go because of all of this support that's here. Let the head and neck relax because they're supported by the blankets. Let the upper torso relax as it's supported by the bolster. Let gravity have an effect on the shoulders, releasing and relaxing. Slow down your exhalations here. Stay very present in this moment inside yourself. Observing whatever arises. Smooth inhalation, smooth exhalation. And then start to come out of the pose by curling onto your right side. Now we'll practice Shavasana and we'll create a blanket roll so that the neck has some support. So lay down on your back and have a blanket underneath your head. Adjust the flesh of the buttocks So that flesh comes away from the low back. Pull the right butt cheek to the right and the left one to the left, and then stretch out your legs. And now start to roll up your blanket so that you create this roll for underneath your neck, so that your neck can fully relax and release while also being fully supported. Slide the shoulder blades down your back a little bit and then release and relax your arms, palms face up. Steady and smooth out your breath here. Slow down the exhalations.